Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Vedanta Agarwal. Our lead story, well, the air quality panel's new norms. This as Delhi's air quality continues to be in the severe category. Now, these are emergency levels of pollution here in the national capital. And now the pollution panel has said that there needs to be stricter action as far as pollution hotspots are concerned. And in a first of its kind directive, the air quality panel has also said that officials must be punished if enforcement is not done properly on the ground. Remember, the enforcement of GRAP or Graded Response Action Plan has always been a pretty contentious issue as far as the national capital is concerned. These are a set of emergency measures that do not bring down emissions but certainly contain air pollution in the national capital. But the enforcement is a problem given the fact that whether it's a ban on construction activities or a ban on BS3 petrol and BS4 diesel vehicles, the enforcement has always been a challenge, which is why the CAQM has also said that non-compliance could result into punitive action as well on the part of the CAQM. This, of course, after the Supreme Court's tough words. The Supreme Court, remember, had said that the CAQM or the Air Quality Panel is a mute spectator as far as the pollution crisis in Delhi is concerned. In fact, the Supreme Court had also gone on to say that, well, the CAQM has only been watching despite Delhi choking, and that it's become almost like, a place for retired bureaucrats. Earlier, in fact, we spoke to Ishika for more on what the CAQM now plans to do.
We have seen that, in fact, how the top court also intervened into the matter of the worsening of air quality here in the national capital. And time and again, the top court, in fact, has asked the CAQM as to what was the action that was taken, against the officials, who were the officials, who were suspended for the laxity. And this is the first time, perhaps, where, in fact, after the review meeting, directions have been given by the CAQM to hold officials of concerned agencies accountable in case of any laxity when it comes to the enforcement directions under the provisions of the CAQM Act. Now, in fact, not just that, Vedant, let me also tell you that if we talk about, the complaints that come regarding the enforcement, of the Graded Response Action Plan year after year. So even, direction regarding that has been given by CAQM this time, saying that, the pending complaints that come from citizens on different apps and social media till date must be resolved within a week. So this time, CAQM also, in fact, fixing a deadline for that. So that is, again, certainly a welcome step. And again, CAQM also emphasizing that all the actions that are prescribed under the Graded Response Action Plan needs to be enforced strictly in true letter and spirit.
Moving now to the Election Commission cracking the whip on Model Code of Conduct violation. Well, the Election Commission has sent notices to both the BJP and the Congress presidents over complaints filed by both the parties against each other. Remember, the Election Commission has sought a response from the party presidents over remarks made by Amit Shah and Rahul Gandhi. These are divisive remarks as per the complaints made on the campaign trail. Remember, as far as Jharkhand and Maharashtra are concerned, we have seen increasingly polarizing remarks from the big wigs, something that has been of huge concern for the Election Commission. Moving now to Maharashtra, well, a big controversy now over bags being checked. This controversy has been brewing for the past 3 to 4 days now. In fact, Rahul Gandhi's bags were checked in poll-bound Maharashtra. This just a day after his chopper was halted and delayed in Jharkhand as well. He was awaiting ATC clearance. But at the same time, you also have members of the ruling party, including, of course, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, whose bags were checked in Maharashtra as well. Also, Chief Minister Revant Reddy, his bags were checked in Amravati. So that bag check spree continues in Maharashtra. News now from Tamil Nadu. Well, actor Kasturi Shankar has been arrested from Hyderabad, a dramatic arrest certainly. This as she made certain derogatory remarks against Telugu-speaking people in Tamil Nadu. That's what the charge against her is. In fact, there was a special team deployed for her arrest as well. And the Madras High Court had earlier denied anticipatory bail to the actor. Earlier, we spoke to Sam Daniel for more.
It became clear that her arrest was imminent after the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court had, a few days ago, dismissed her bail plea. And Kasturi recently had made this controversial comments portraying the Telugu community in Tamil Nadu in poor light, and at least 6 FIRs were filed across Tamil Nadu, taking action against her for trying to incite clashes between two groups, after which Kasturi had apologized and withdrew all references to Telugu. But the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court refused to grant her anticipatory bail, saying that the court cannot entertain willful attempt to make such speeches and then trying to escape offering apology. And the court had also ruled that her apology is not sincere. She only tried to justify her speech. And now the Chennai police have arrested her in Hyderabad. So it's going to be a long-drawn legal battle unless the Supreme Court offers her some relief, at least at the moment.
An absolutely tragic story from Uttar Pradesh's Jhansi. Well, in a government hospital, fire broke out in the neonatal ICU of the hospital and 10 newborn babies were charred to death. Absolutely shocking there. In fact, the fire broke out in an oxygen concentrator. Larger questions certainly on lapses as far as the hospital was concerned. Compensation has been announced both by the state government and the central government, but bereaved families, bereaved relatives really mourning the loss of these lives cut short. My colleague Pallav, in fact, sent us this report from Jhansi.
अच्छा क्या हुआ था उसको?
बुखार चढ़े था बाहर की अस्पताल में।
कब भर्ती हुआ?
उनसे उन्हें भेजा ललितपुर को।
कब?
अब आई परसों नरसों। कौन बुखार बताओ तो उन्हें भेजा है देखो भैया झांसी को। चले बड़ी मशीन लग जैसे तुम्हारे बच्चा के झटका।
आपको अभी सूचना मिली है ना?
सूचना मिली है मेरा बहरहाल।
अभी ना थोड़ी देर पहले।
हाँ।
क्या बोले?
तो खत्म हमारा बच्चा खत्म हो गया है।
अच्छा तो अब बच्चे को कहाँ ले गए पोस्टमार्टम के लिए?
पोस्टमार्टम के लिए तो ले ही गए जी, तो देखे आई मिले यार हमने कहा तो पूछी है, हम तो ढूंढत फिर रहे।
इतने बड़े आदमी
कहाँ मिलते हैं साहब।
And moving now to news from Manipur. Well, as the unrest continues, now the Manipur government has asked the centre to withdraw the reimposition of AFSPA from 6 disturbed areas. This is what has been specified in this particular letter from the Manipur government to the centre. Remember, the imposition of AFSPA is something that has been a hugely contentious issue, and it was reimposed in 6 disturbed areas, and now the Manipur government asking the centre to withdraw the reimposition of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Well, this of course as violence has returned to Manipur. Remember, in Imphal, particularly the capital, we saw vandalism, arson. There were various MLA's residences which were attacked as well. Huge protests there, as you can see in those visuals as well. And this comes after there were 3 bodies that were recovered at the border area of Manipur. In fact, this amid the latest phase of violence in Manipur. We of course saw how armed militants were killed in Jiribam as well. That has been the epicenter of violence. But in Imphal, there's been a near total shutdown of internet and also curfew, particularly in the valley region. And now to a special report from Jharkhand. Well, Jamtara, which is of course a land of cyber fraud and cyber crimes, there's an interesting political battle between Sita Soren, who of course carries the Soren name and the burden of legacy, and Irfan Ansari, who's also the son of a 5-time MLA. Take a look.
माँ बहनों को 1,000 रुपया क्यों दिया?
Dr. Irfan Ansari, the incumbent MLA from Congress, rallies with the message of progress, touting his work in infrastructure and social development. His track record includes the construction of new roads, hospitals and a major bridge, one he claims to be the largest in Jharkhand's history. At a late-night gathering with supporters at his residence, Ansari reflects on his contributions, admitting that transforming Jamtara into a city akin to Ranchi or Devghar requires time.
जामताड़ा एक गांव था। आज आप देखिए यहाँ सड़कें मिलेंगी, हॉस्पिटल मिलेंगे, यहाँ यूनिवर्सिटी मिलेगा, यहाँ आपको मैंने बिरबिंदिया पुल जो ये झारखंड का सबसे बड़ा पुल जो है, अब तक के इतिहास का सबसे बड़ा पुल मैं दिया हूँ। मैं लड़के लाया हूँ उसको, व्यवस्था लाया हूँ मैं, चलाने में समय लगता है, सेटअप करने में समय लगता है।
However, the Congress candidate recently found himself in controversy over a viral statement regarding his opponent. An FIR was filed. Though Ansari claims the statement was doctored, he vows to pursue defamation after the elections.
राजनीतिक से इस्तीफ़ा ले लूँगा। अब बताइए 10 साल से मैं यहाँ का विधायक हूँ, काम कर रहा हूँ। एक भी पब्लिक इरफान अंसारी, एक भी माताएं, एक भी बहनें इरफान अंसारी गलत नहीं बोल सकता। मैं चुनाव में लड़ रहा हूँ, अब मैं अपने पैर में खुद कुल्हाड़ी मारूंगा क्या? पैसा तो नहीं मेरे पास उतना, लेकिन फिर भी मैं जनता से लेकर 100 करोड़ का मानहानि का दावा पेश करूँगा।
On the other side, Sita Soren is running her campaign with a promise of change. The BJP candidate and heir to the legacy of Durga Soren pledges to fulfill her late husband's dream of developing Jamtara.
जो पतिदेव थे स्वर्गीय दुर्गा सोरेन जी, उनका बहुत बड़ा सपना था कि झारखंड को इस तरह से जापान बनाए। उनका सपना था, उस सपना को ये करके हम भी ले करके चले कि हम जमा में विकास करें।
The rivalry between Ansari and Soren has intensified with allegations flying from both sides. While Sita rejects Ansari's statements as baseless accusation, she asserts a commitment to development.
जब से पार्टी ने टिकट दिए हैं, मेरे बारे में अनाप शनाप बकते ही रहे हैं, तो उनको कैसे मानेंगे कि ये एडिट है? कहीं हमको बोल लेते हैं बाहरी, तो बाहरी हम कैसे हुए भाई? तो वो साबित करें हम बाहरी किस रूप से हुए।
The BJP has raised concerns over alleged Bangladeshi infiltration, particularly in Santhal Pargana areas, framing it as a significant election issue. Congress, however, dismisses this as divisive politics.
अब कहीं घुसपैठिया नहीं है, अब बेवजह झारखंड को बदनाम कर रहे हो यार, यहाँ के बच्चों का अस्मिता के साथ खिलवाड़ कर रहे हो, इज्जत के साथ खिलवाड़ कर रहे हो।
जो एक समुदाय की जनसंख्या घटना एक आदिवासियों के लिए आने वाले दिनों में ये एक विकराल रूप ले ही रहा है, क्योंकि आदिवासी कहाँ जा रहे हैं।
With a mixed electorate comprising 30.10% Muslim and 27.2% tribal voters, both Ansari and Soren are vying for influence within these demographics. Congress's strong historical hold with 12 wins out of 18 elections since 1952 faces a formidable challenge from the BJP. Ansari's father, Furqan Ansari, served as MLA here 5 times, solidifying a family legacy. Welcome to Jamtara, a city that has travelled an incredible distance in both time and reputation. Once associated with famous social reformer Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar, who championed the cause of equality, education and social justice, the city is now infamous for a different reason: cybercrime. In villages like Sindorajori and Karmatand, stories abound of luxurious homes built with fraudulent wealth. Police record shows that in 2021, Jamtara saw 76 cybercrime cases with 187 arrests, with similar figure in 2022. Despite a dip in national cybercrime shares, Jamtara still bears nearly 10% of India's cases, a shadow that looms over the election landscape. Yet as campaign escalates, local youth express concern that the focus on national and party lines is overshadowing urgent local issues like healthcare, education and employment.
बात हमारे आसपास का डेवलपमेंट का तो वो हो रहा है, पर और ज़रूरी है जी, स्कूल के फील्ड में, कॉलेज के फील्ड में और पढ़ाई एजुकेशन के मामले में।
बांग्लादेशी को तो नहीं होना चाहिए। हम जैसे खुद बांग्ला बोलते हैं, तो ऐसा थोड़ी है कि हम बांग्लादेशी का हो गए।
जामताड़ा का कुछ बेसिक जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो सब में ध्यान देना चाहिए। फिलहाल इस इलेक्शन में वो मुद्दा रहना चाहिए।
आप लोगों को लगता है कि क्या बुनियादी मुद्दे हैं?
हॉस्पिटल में यहाँ पर इमरजेंसी सुविधा कुछ वैसा नहीं है। कुछ भी होता है रेफर कर दिया जाता है धनबाद में या फिर रांची में, लेकिन जाने में ही मौत हो जाती है। वो
जामताड़ा का मुद्दा जो है वो विकास ही है और विकास ही होगा।
चुनाव में मुद्दा यही रहेगा जो शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य, सब तंदुरुस्त हो।
अच्छा, रोजगार आपके लिए भी
यही रहे।
With its layered history and current notoriety, Jamtara remains a unique constituency. As election day nears, it stands as microcosm of Jharkhand's broader challenges, a battle for progress amidst legacy, change and the ghosts of cybercrime. In Jamtara, with camera person Rizwan Khan and Anurag Dwari for NDTV.
And now a special report from Mumbai. Well, for over 130 years, the army of Dabbawalas in Mumbai have kept the office goers of the city fed, ensuring their lunchbox with warm meals reaches them on time. But after the COVID-19 pandemic and the rise of the food delivery apps, the incomes of Dabbawalas have taken a hit as well. As elections approach, a look at what do Dabbawalas really want from Mumbai. Vasudha Venugopal has this report.
I'm in the Lower Parel area of Mumbai, the financial capital of India, and at noon every day there's a lot of hectic activity that takes place, the sorting of dabbas. For 135 years now, an army of Mumbai dabbawalas has been keeping the city of Mumbai fed, every office goer fed. In fact, office goers of Mumbai have depended on the service for several years, ensuring that home cooked food reaches their office at 12 or 1 p.m. every day. This is a group of dabbawalas very integral to the soul and ethos of Mumbai, and since COVID-19 pandemic struck and also the rise of food delivery platforms took place, this is a group of people that has been facing a challenging time. Let's listen into what their expectations are from the upcoming government. आप second generation डब्बा वाले हैं, आपके क्या बच्चे भी इस प्रोफेशन में आना चाहते हैं, और आपके पापा के टाइम से अभी के टाइम पे क्या डिफरेंस हुआ है?
अभी बच्चे को तो नहीं बोल सकते मैडम, अभी पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हम लोग सेकंड जनरेशन है हमारा, और हमारा डब्बा वाला अभी पहला तो हमारा 5000 डब्बा वाला था, अभी 1500 से 2000 डब्बा वाला हमारा काम कर रहे हैं इसमें।
5000 से 2000 हो गए हैं। अच्छा,
क्योंकि लॉकडाउन के बाद में बहुत सारे लोग हमारे कस्टमर है, उनका नौकरी अभी छूट गया है और टिफिन भी कम पड़ गए, वर्क फ्रॉम होम अभी भी चालू है, तो उसकी वजह से हमारा कस्टमर कम है। स्विगी जोमेटो से हमें कुछ फ़र्क पड़ा नहीं है, हमारा जो कस्टमर है उनका नौकरी वगैरह जाने की वजह से हमको फ़र्क पड़ा है ज़्यादातर।
सरकार की तरफ से क्या क्या अपेक्षाएं हैं? अभी चुनाव आने वाले हैं, नई सरकार बनेगी, तो उससे कोई अपेक्षाएं हैं आप लोगों की?
अपेक्षा तो ऐसे हमारे घर का प्रॉब्लम अभी भी सॉल्व नहीं हुआ है हमारा, तो घर का तो हमारा है, तो हमारी अपेक्षा ये रहेगी कि हमको घर मिले बम्बई में, वो भी अभी वो बीजेपी की तरफ से हमारा घर का भी चालू है, उसमें हो गया काम, लेकिन अभी तक मिला नहीं हमको।
आप बताइए, नई सरकार की तरफ से क्या अपेक्षा है, एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या है?
नई सरकार की तरफ से क्या अपेक्षा, जो घर का मंजूर हो गया है वो सबको मिलना मांगता है, घर मिलना मांगता है सबको, यही अपेक्षा है।
महीने का कितना सर, एक घर से आप कितना पैसा लेते हैं, और क्या ये बहुत 1200-1500 बहुत कम माना जाता है ना 2000 मुंबई के स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग, ये कभी ये कॉस्ट आपने कभी सोचा नहीं कि इसको बढ़ाना चाहिए?
कॉस्ट तो हमारा जैसा चल रहा है, हम लोग साल में 50 रुपये या 100 रुपये बढ़ा के लेते हैं, ज़्यादातर हमारे कस्टमर पुराना है सब, तो जितना देते हो वो हिसाब से हम लोग लेते हैं, हम परेशान नहीं करते किसी से। या तो स्विगी जोमेटो वाले जैसे कि 100 रुपये 150 रुपये लेते हैं डिलीवरी का, हमारा कम से कम 40 या 50 रुपये दिन का रहता है हमारा, उनकी जैसा ज़्यादा रेट नहीं है हमारा, तो हमारा जो परंपरा चल रही है वो हिसाब से हम लोग लेते हैं, हम ज़्यादा नहीं लेते हैं सर।
आप एक यंगस्टर हैं, आपको लगता है कि सरकार की तरफ से और जॉब्स क्रिएट होने चाहिए और अपॉर्चुनिटीज़, एक चांस जो है यंगस्टर्स के लिए होना चाहिए?
डब्बा वालों में भी अलग अलग चांस होना चाहिए, हर एक को अपने बंदे को भी आगे हो जाने का है, क्यों अभी स्टैंडर्ड और अपना मुंबई डब्बा वाला जो संस्था यूनियन है, अभी जो पढ़ रहे अपने बच्चे लोग, उनका भी जो स्कूल का फी रहता है उसको भी हेल्प कर देते, अपना यूनियन जो है मुंबई डब्बा वाला संगठन, वही उसको आगे बढ़ने के लिए भी बहुत कुछ है अपना।
सरकार की तरफ से कोई अपेक्षा है नई सरकार आने?
अभी सरकार की बहुत अपेक्षा है, अपना जो मेन है जो अपना महायुति सरकार है, उसमें अपना घर का जो प्रॉब्लम था वो सॉल्व हो गया, वो बहुत आगे गया, प्रोसेस फॉर्म बिन सब वो जगह भी का, सिर्फ अभी जो आएगा सरकार वो अभी वही स्पीड से आगे बढ़ा दे, और घर का प्रोसेस है अपना डब्बा वाला बहुत साल से, वो अभी ये सरकार पूरा करेगी, इतना करता हूँ।
And that's all the time that we have on the show this evening. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.